Hello, and thank you so much for pressing play and choosing to spend some time with me today. This is Joy, and I welcome you to another video. I hope that you are all doing well, nurturing your needs, and honoring yourself as you continue to journey beyond narcissistic abuse. Today, I'd like to have a conversation with you about how the narcissist uses sleep deprivation as a means to brainwash and control the minds of their targets. When it comes to sleep deprivation, it is a tool of torture that has been used for several years to mold the minds of humans. Consider police interrogations that go on for hours and hours nonstop, prisoners of war. When information or confessions are required, sleep deprivation is a go-to tool because of the pressure that it places on the person's body. Now, when it comes to the narcissist, they are fully aware that this is a traumatic experience that they are creating in the lives of their targets. And they continually use this form of trauma to break down their targets so that they can leave them as a shell of their true selves, thus becoming one like the narcissist, empty and ready for the enemy to begin to download his agenda into them. Remember that narcissist is an empty shell, and the enemy is then able to download into the narcissist who they should be. That is what the narcissist tries to do with this sleep deprivation, because they have to, again, brainwash, mind control. Consider how the narcissist may sometimes hide items and blame you for its sudden disappearance. But the truth of the matter is the item was never lost. The narcissist hides it, but then they'll wait until like 3 a.m. to wake you up so that you can look for this alleged missing item, knowing full well that the item cannot and will not be found simply because it's strapped to their body. Sometimes it's money that they claim that you took or they can't find. All the while, this money's in their underwear. They know exactly where it is. They walk into your room while you're asleep and they proceed to argue with you over absolutely nothing. And you have just have a never-ending conversation. And oftentimes, these are not even conversations about good things, but again, it's name calling, gaslighting, all designed to throw you off when you are most vulnerable. You just woke up, it's 3 a.m. Nighttime is when most of us rest and recharge, and we allow our bodies and mind the opportunity to shut down so that we can get ready for the next day. Our rest is important for our mental, emotional, physical, psychological, spiritual clarity, as well as rejuvenation. And this is what the narcissist cannot allow to happen. They don't want it to happen, this period of rest and rejuvenation. Psalms 4 verse 8 says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." The narcissist must destroy anything that brings you peace and edifies you. What pure evil it is when narcissistic parents disturb their children's rest. Having extra loud sex, having a revolving door of partners overnight, late night parties, loud TV, loud music, loud talking and laughing, all to disturb their children. It's deliberate. They know there's children in the house, but they couldn't care less. Knowing that they have school the next day, that they need to be able to function, that they need to be able to be alert and stay awake all day so that they can learn. They don't care. They work against this. What's even worse is when they wake up the children and make them look for these alleged missing items, which they know are not missing. And it's all so that they can derive narcissistic supply. These evil people absolutely enjoy this. What better time to pick an argument than when the target is half asleep, just eager to go back to sleep? They know that it's easiest to break down their target and get them to agree to things that they would not normally agree to so they can be left alone. Now, when you confess to something that you did not do, then here comes another form of degradation that will happen. I knew you would do that. I knew I couldn't trust you. I knew you would betray me. I knew you were no good. And then the shenanigans get kicked up another notch. And you thought that by confessing, you would be left alone and can go to sleep. No. And another thing about making confessions to things that you did not do is essentially you come into agreement with not just the lies of the narcissist, but the lies of the enemy. Do not confess to things that you did not do. Yes, peace is important, but do not confess to things that you did not do. Devaluation, name calling, gaslighting, curses being spoken over you, and so much more. Sleep deprivation at its core enables the narcissist to establish a doorway to the soul. Remember, your soul is in 3 parts: mind, emotion, will. Your will is a God idea, and it's a gift that allows you to be you. Make choices for yourself on who you are, who you will be, who you will spend time with, and even who you will worship. Notice, not even God imposes himself on us. He wants us to worship him out of our own desire. But here comes the narcissist, and he has to erase our own will. And how does he get to our will? How do they get to our will? Through our mind. Brainwashing. Taking away everything that you ever knew about yourself. Everything that you ever knew or believed about your family, about society, about God. So that they can begin to control you. Having access to your emotions, how you feel. Making you feel certain ways, making you doubt, making you miserable, making you experience enormous amounts of pain, making you regret decisions that you made, making you just wish life would end. All of this to alter the way that you think, to control your mind, to control your will, the choices that you make, the trajectory of your life, the ultimate destiny of your soul and your spirit. So one way that they do this is by rejecting or, by helping or encouraging you to reject values that you may have been raised with, or rejecting values that society tells you are good values to have, things that you may find in the Word of God. They come against that. You also find that they implant subliminal messages by stressing key words and phrases in long, confusing sentences in the middle of the night when you are trying to sleep. At its core, it's purely demonic, because really all they are trying to do is encourage you to think like they do. And it's dangerous. This can have devastating consequences to the people that live these lives or live lives without sleep, because number one, you really cannot function properly over an extended period of time without sleep. But they keep you up intentionally so that you are at a disadvantaged position over and over again. Narcissistic abuse, we hear it said over and over again that it is insidious. It's more than insidious. It's a demonic assault on your soul. Nobody should have control over your mind. Your mind is a gift from God. and you must guard your mind. And in order for your mind to function at its optimum best, you must be able to rest. You must be able to rest peacefully. You must not be disturbed. Your peace is important. And, that's one thing that the narcissist cannot handle, because their rest is not like yours. Their rest is not like yours. It may look like they sleep peacefully, but they're plotting. They plot even in their sleep. I hope this video answers some questions that you may have had about sleep deprivation, or it may just, be encouraging to you or to somebody. I thank you so much for your time. Until the next video, God bless you and be good to yourself.